Our young people can come on up here and help me. Yeah. Okay. So, coming up soon at the end of this week, I get to take a pretty amazing group of people to the Boundary Waters. Now, Boundary Waters is a place in northern Minnesota that we have been to several times. Many of you have been. It's a beautiful place with hills and rocks and flowers and animals. I've seen all sorts of things there. And plants. I've seen bears and moose and eagles and otters and beavers and a lot of other animals. Never once saw a crocodile, luckily. Okay. This is a place where it sometimes seems to rain a lot. That is in the forecast over the next 10 days, so we're hoping that that's not always true. It's a place that mosquitoes love, and I love it too. Now this year, I admit, I was tempted with my bad knee and my busy schedule and some crazy things that I have going on. I was tempted to stay home and send other people. Some of my much younger friends said that they would even have a hard time sleeping on the ground. Poor them. That they just don't do that anymore now that they're old. Like 30. Okay? But I don't believe in old, and I am drawn to adventure, so I can't stay home. But like the song says, I do hope that God will guide my feet on this adventure. Now, because of this church family and our dedication to young people, I've been fortunate to take this kind of adventure many times with many incredible people. And as I prepared for this morning, I was reminded of sometimes crazy, sometimes moving, sometimes ridiculously hilarious events that have happened over the last 20 years that I've been doing this. This is my 21st summer doing this. So some of the things I was remembering were, let's see, did you know that I made cheese, goat cheese, straight out of a goat? Like it came out of the goat and I made cheese, okay? I have actually fried up grasshoppers that Alex took the head off in a pan on a stove. I made them for people to eat, and they really ate them. They said they tasted like French fries. You had lots, okay? Now, on a trip like this, there's always a chance to do something you've never done before and that you may never do again. I've gotten to work with sled dogs. I have picked coffee beans. I even got to try to shoot a real buffalo rifle, but I couldn't even lift it. It was so huge. I couldn't do it. Okay? I've panned for gold. I've been in a pit where they dig up mammoth bones. I've been in some really old cemeteries. I've been in stops on the Underground Railroad. I've been to the birthplace of the first white child in Ohio. Okay? I mean, who has not wanted to do that? Bucket list right there, okay? I've ridden a water buffalo. I've thatched the roof of a hut. I've also been on more than one, adventure where cicadas or other large bugs were involved, and I'd really not like to relive those things. I have ridden on roller coasters. I've found ways to scare the dickens out of some really tough-looking teenagers. Okay? I've cried, I've sweated, I've laughed, I've been afraid, and I've been really moved. I've told stories and eaten strange foods, and I've been able to go with so many awesome people, make new friends, and make deeper relationships, and do some things that are simply not possible if I was to stay home. Now, I brought some things here with me today, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me. I'm hoping that you will help me explain how this adventure journey is similar to the faith journey that we're living. Let me see what I got in here. I wish my pack next week was going to be this light. What's this? Flashlight. What do you use a flashlight for? To see. To see? In the dark, right? If I'm looking for bugs or bears or something, right? Or snakes, right? Okay. Now, we're going to sing a song in a little bit, and I know you guys know it. We're going to sing a song called Thy Word. Now, Thy Word is a song that has special meaning for me because I learned it on a youth trip. And my friend Emily, one of my younger friends, used to sing it all the time in church. And now we sing it at summer fun and at science camp, and it's got some really beautiful imagery in it. Do you know what we talk about in that song? What do we say? God's Word. It's a lamp to my feet, right? Like a flashlight, right? God's Word is like a flashlight because it helps us see a little bit ahead on the path and helps us make good decisions, maybe keeps us out of danger, and helps us do the right things. Studying God's Word, and that's the Bible and other books and other things, studying what God's Word can help us discover God's path for our lives and help us do the right things. It means that when we study what God says to us, we can help find ways in which we should do something. And like this flashlight is a tool for hiking, what we learn about God is a tool for our faith journey, right? Okay, now what else do I have in here?
Map.
What's a map for?
So you know where to go.
So I know where to go, that's right. Can you see that one, Landon? Okay.
Like here or here
Now sometimes we try to do the right things, but we don't know where to start,
or here.
right? We don't know what we're looking for. We don't even know what to do with whatever we find when we find it sometimes. But a map gives us direction and helps us keep moving. This means that we have to keep moving, that we have to stick with it. Check the map, check the direction, figure out which way we're going to go, make choices. A map helps to keep us from getting lost, but it also reminds us of where we've been and where we're going to go. Now, this kind of reminds me of our church. Our church helps us work together, don't they? Okay? They help us decide what missions are important. They help us to take care of each other. They help us keep moving in one direction. They help us to keep doing God's work. This church is a place where we can help remember where we've come from, to celebrate where we are, and to help us move forward to where we want to be. Just like a map is a tool for hiking to keep us going in the right direction, our church family is a tool to help us keep moving, aren't they? Now, what's left in there, Liam? Pull it out. Ha 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 ha. Sniff it? A stinky boot. Did I bring a stinky boot because I wanted you to smell it? No, think about what your boot leaves. If I walked around here in the sand, what would my boot leave? Marks, footprints, right? Right? Okay. Sometimes when we're on the path, we're using our flashlight, we're trying to find the way to go, we're using our map, but sometimes we still get turned around in the woods, right? That's enough. I know. When that happens, sometimes it's good to follow the footprints of other people who've gone before us. Now look out here. Look out there. Landon, look out there. Okay? You see these people? There are some really neat, really smart, really spectacular people out there who have great and amazing and wonderful gifts. Okay? I can't think of a better group of people to follow. These people are setting examples for you and for me and for each other just about how to walk on our faith journey. They teach us where we're going, how to do it, how to get back if we get off the trail, and mostly how to be a person who looks for God and who works for God. Do you see these guys out here? They're pretty awesome, aren't they? Some pretty neat people out there. Okay? These people are not just leaving footprints. They are blazing a trail of mission and outreach. Now, the reason why I tell you this story today is because your whole life is a journey under beautiful and spacious skies. like the song we sang. You can take this journey by yourself. You can. You've got some tools. But it's more fun and a lot easier if you use God as your flashlight and your church family as your map and your church friends as guides and partners. I'm so glad that each and every one of you is here today. The most important thing about your journey, your amazing faith adventure that you're taking and you're taking, the most important thing about it is that no matter how you do it, you got to get out there. You can't do it if you just sit home. Right? Yeah. All right. Thank you.